Good morning, everyone. Someone once said that 1 point driven home is better than 3 left on base. The question is, what's the best way to drive home a point? So I'm reminded of a story of this mother. She was standing at the bus stop with her son, and the rule was that under 5, you don't have to pay for the bus fare. But the kid was 5 years old. So the mother, when she sees the bus coming, says, if the driver asks you how old you are, say you're 4. They get on the bus, and the bus driver says, Sonny boy, how old are you? He says, I'm 4 years old. He says, when are you turning 5? He says, as soon as I get off the bus. Many times, parents teach their kids values and ethics and morals. They send them to good schools, good education. But then, when the phone rings at home, the father says, say I'm not home, right? When they go to an amusement park, lie about your age so we'll save $20 on the ticket. You spend $20,000 on a first-class education to teach your kid right from wrong, and for $20 to get into the amusement park, you blew it. Why? Because you showed your kid it's nice talk, morals, ethics, values, truth, but when it comes down to saving $20, you lie about your age to get a discount, right? So the real question is not what you teach your kids or you preach to your kids, but what you show them. And the best way to drive home a point is not by talking or preaching, but by showing by example how you act. And that's the greatest way to drive home any point you want to make to anyone, let alone your children. In this week's parsha, we find the secret of the prayer Shema Yisrael. It says when Jacob was on his deathbed, our rabbis tell us that he wanted to reveal to his children when Mashiach would come. And suddenly the divine presence left him. And he was afraid, maybe one of my children is not following in my ways, in my path, in the ways of our patriarchs and matriarchs, the way of Hashem. And that's why the divine presence is departing from me and not allowing me to reveal to my children the end of days. So his children, he asked his children, and his children said, Shema Yisrael, hear, O Israel, referring to their father Israel. Yaakov was Israel. Hashem Lakein Hashem Echad. And our rabbis say that they said to him, just like in your heart there's only one God, so too in our heart there's only one God. We're all with you in that belief in one God, monotheism. And when Jacob heard that, he said, Baruch Shem Kavod Machos Olam Bad, which is the formula we use in the daily morning and afternoon, evening prayers. So the question is, why did they say, just like in your heart there's only one God, so too in our heart there's only one God? And our rabbis say, because what children learn most is from what's in their parents' heart. Whatever's in your heart is like a mirror. Your children reflect what's in your heart. Not so much what you say, but what's in your heart. They sense what's really in your heart. And if you have love of Hashem, they'll have love of Hashem. If you have love of Torah, they'll have love. If you have love of people, all the qualities and traits you have, they will have. They tell a story, I heard it about Gandhi, but the story is that there was once a father who brought his little son to Gandhi and said, could you talk to him about not eating sweets? He eats too many sweets, it's not good for him. So Gandhi said, come back in a month. He said, okay. He came back in a month, and Gandhi spoke to this kid about why he shouldn't eat sweets, it's not good for him. When he finished, the father said to Gandhi, why did you tell me to come back in a month? Why didn't you talk to him right then and there? And Gandhi said, first I had to stop eating sweets for a month before I could talk to him about not eating sweets. It's not what you say, it's what you practice in your own life that really drives home the point to our children.